to see over 1 million tickets sold is pretty mind-blowing for a documentary.
Is there life after death? A Winnipeg filmmaker asked survivors of near-death experiences what they think they saw behind the veil. And the film that followed is now the world's top-grossing documentary since 2019.
I found myself above the crash site. I could see a pilot, and this is me.
This film was done by a director from Winnipeg as well as the executive producing team from Manitoba, so I think it's something to be proud of.
Stephen Gray's documentary, After Death, is an exploration of what happens when we die. It was a question he asked after his brother-in-law passed away in 2012.
He was killed in a car wreck at 36 years old, and so that's what got me interested in near-death experiences.
Gray's journey with the film took years. He says through that time, he kept exploring his own beliefs.
I was raised in a faith to believe that there is heaven, but actually when my brother-in-law was killed, I wasn't sure really what I believed anymore. I actually kind of let go of that idea of that there might be a God or heaven. I wasn't sure what to make of that. And so when I came across these stories, people who had clinically died and had these experiences, I kind of restored my faith. And it's been 7 years that I've been working on this film, so it's a long time coming. But throughout that journey, I think eventually I had become convinced that there is something after.
Like, it's one of those things you go like, I'm either going to think about this or not, and you can avoid it for your whole life, or you can face it head on and try to decide, am I going to have a belief system around this?
Tyler Friesen is the film's executive director. He says when he spoke to Gray in its very early stages, it immediately resonated with him.
It's one of those topics that I was seeking from a little kid. I growing up in Churchill, being from a really small community, and seeing friends pass away. It hits small communities like that quite different. So I had those big questions, and anger with those questions too, that, it's been a lifelong, I'm still seeking it out, but I think we have clearer answers than we've ever had yet.
The team spoke to many people, including doctors that study near-death experiences, who altogether have seen over 6,000 cases.
That many people, it becomes, isn't that science? That's a science project, right? Like, that was the purpose of it, to see, hey, how many overlapping experiences are these people having, and what are those experiences, and how can they relate to each other? And there's too many to deny. It
kind of gives us an opportunity to kind of experience vicariously through, what they experience, what comes after death.
Gray says he hopes the film becomes a source of hope for audiences, whether they're grieving or looking for a sense of purpose. In Winnipeg, Joanne Roberts, City News.